One day, they're everywhere, posting constantly, replying to everyone, always available. Then, suddenly, they disappear. No announcement, no explanation. They just vanish. And if you pay attention, you'll notice something strange. This pattern appears again and again among highly successful people, entrepreneurs, athletes, writers, artists. At some point, many of them become harder to reach. Why? Most people assume success makes you more visible, but often success does the exact opposite, because disappearing isn't just something that happens after success. Sometimes it's what creates it. Attention is one of the most valuable resources on Earth. Every text message, every notification, every conversation, every interruption, they all take a small piece of your focus. Individually, they seem harmless. Together, they're devastating. Imagine trying to build something extraordinary while your attention gets pulled in 100 directions every day. You wouldn't make much progress. Successful people understand this. They start protecting their attention. And the easiest way to protect attention is distance. The average person treats availability as a virtue. Always answer. Always respond. Always say yes. But high performers eventually discover a difficult truth. Every yes is also a no. Say yes to one distraction and you're saying no to something else. Maybe a goal, maybe a skill, maybe years of progress. So they become more selective. They stop attending everything. They stop responding instantly. From the outside, it looks like they've disappeared. In reality, they're protecting the resource that creates results. Focus. But that's only the first layer. There's a deeper reason. Most people prioritize comfort. Successful people often prioritize growth. The problem is that growth rarely feels good. Learning is uncomfortable. Building is stressful. Training is exhausting. Creating is frustrating. So ambitious people eventually face a choice: stay where they fit in, or go where they can evolve. Many choose evolution, and when they do, their routines and priorities change. From the outside, it looks like they're pulling away. But what's really happening is they're moving towards something. They're spending less time talking about success and more time earning it. Now here's where things get interesting, because disappearing isn't only physical, it's psychological. Most people are addicted to being seen. Likes, views, attention, recognition. The brain loves all of it. But there's a hidden cost. The moment you become dependent on validation, you start making decisions based on applause instead of outcomes. You begin optimizing for attention rather than achievement. That's dangerous. Many successful people learn to work in silence, improve in silence, fail in silence, learn in silence, because they understand something powerful. The scoreboard doesn't care who was watching. It only cares about the result. And that creates a huge advantage. While everyone else is announcing their intentions, they're executing them. While others are discussing possibilities, they're creating realities. Months pass, sometimes years. Then one day they reappear, and everyone calls them an overnight success. But it wasn't overnight, it was hidden. Success also creates friction. Not everyone wants you to grow. Some people support your dreams. Others only support the version of you they already know, the version that stays predictable. The moment you start evolving, reactions often change. You get questioned, doubted, mocked, criticized, not because you're wrong, but because you're different, and difference makes people uncomfortable. Many successful people discover that silence protects momentum. Instead of arguing, they build. Instead of defending their goals, they pursue them. Less noise, more progress. And finally, there's one reason that matters more than all the others. Deep work. The ability to focus intensely on one meaningful task for an extended period of time. Today, that's becoming incredibly rare. Most people can't go a few minutes without checking something. A message, a notification, a feed. Their attention is constantly fragmented. But extraordinary results come from concentration, a best-selling book, a thriving company, a championship performance. These things don't emerge from scattered attention. They emerge from depth. And depth requires isolation, not forever, just long enough. Long enough to think clearly. Long enough to create. Long enough to master something difficult. That's why so many successful people seem to disappear. They're not hiding from the world. They're temporarily disconnecting from it. And here's the irony. The world eventually rewards them for work nobody ever saw. The early mornings, the late nights, the missed events, the invisible effort. Everyone notices the result. Almost nobody notices the disappearance that made it possible. So if someone seems to have vanished, don't assume they've fallen behind. They may be doing exactly what successful people have done for generations. Stepping away from noise, protecting their attention, choosing growth over comfort, working in silence, and building something worth returning with. Because sometimes the fastest way to move forward is to disappear for a while.